the number one cause of death in America is not homicide or drugs or suicide. The number one death in America is sleep deprivation.
Lack of sleep.
Sleep deprivation.
So how much sleep does the body require?
The universal order requires that you must be in bed 90 minutes after the sun go down to get the brain recharged after 12 midnight. You know the story of Cinderella? She's not back in the house by midnight. She turns into a pumpkin. After midnight...
Now, when does the sun go down?
It changes. It goes down different every day.
What's the average time it goes down?
It varies. In the summertime, it goes down.
What about the wintertime now?
Well, in the wintertime, it's your shortest. In the wintertime, if the sun, let's say if the sun was down at 5:30, you got 90 minutes before you go to bed.
So they should be in bed
at 90 minutes.
By 7 o'clock.
When do bears hibernate? In the wintertime, right?
Now, this is news. I've not heard this. You're telling me that we should be in bed 90 minutes after the sun goes down?
No, let me back up for a minute.
Okay.
Let's say God only came to the planet once, right? And God had not been back to fix it or change it. There were no lights. So if there were no lights tonight...
There was total darkness.
Yeah, what would you do? You do all your stuff in the daytime, right? And at nighttime, you ain't gonna sew a quilt.
So let me get back to this. So you're saying that an individual should be in bed at least by 7 or 7:30?
It depends. Whenever the sun go down. And then you also got to put in daylight saving time.
Let's say the sun goes down here about 6 p.m.
All right, then you should be in bed by 8:30.
By 8:30.
Yes.
Okay. How many hours of sleep do you need once you're in that bed?
You need about 9 hours now.
9 hours every day?
Let me show you what happens.
Okay.
At the first 90 minutes, your brain gets recharged. Okay.
While you're in bed?
While you sleep. The brain gets recharged.
So when you say in 9 hours, you mean sleeping?
Sleeping.
Not just lying in the bed?
Not just lying in the bed.
Okay.
Sleeping. The brain gets recharged. And then after that, the body starts purifying and cleansing itself. If you went to the doctor and got a blood test today, okay? When I did a fast for 82 days in a hospital in New Orleans because I wanted scientific data to find out what happens to the human body during starvation. And I never understood out of all the blood they was taking out of me, the blood guy never showed up on time, and I loved it because I can't stand a needle. Except when I went to bed at night, okay, he was there right before I went to bed. And I got up every morning at 4 o'clock, and he was there. So I asked the guy, I said, man, why do Dracula be late all the time getting blood? And here's what he told me. When you wake up in the morning, your blood sugar, when you sleep at night, your blood sugar builds up. And you use that all day long. And they wanted to know when I wake up, how high was my blood sugar? And they want to know when I go to bed at night, how low. They found out on the fast it never dips. It stays the same.
9 hours. Let me just tell you this. I average 7 or 8 hours of sleep every night.
Yes.
I actually was feeling good about the answer. But you're telling me we need 9 hours every night?
Yeah, but listen. Let me tell you something about sleep deprivation, okay? On the Oprah Winfrey Show, there was an extreme case of sleep deprivation. See, here's what happened. When you go to sleep at night, after you get X amount of hours of sleep, a chemical is manufactured in the brain. Okay, you hear me? That's God's gift. Not to get that is the equivalent to running out of gas.
So it takes you 9 hours to get the complete.
Get it complete.
Let me raise this with. This is good.
But let me just finish, please.
Okay, yeah, please.
Extreme on the Oprah Winfrey Show of sleep deprivation. Every day, this guy's wife carries the child to preschool every day. He picks up the child every evening. But on Thursday, he has to take the child to school. So one Thursday, he goes to pick the child up. I said, child haven't been here. So he calls his wife, Susan, I thought you was gonna, how come you didn't drop Marion? Today's Thursday, sleep deprivation. He forgot the child was in the back of the car. He went to work, let the windows up, 106, the child is dead.
That's what happened?
Sleep deprivation. And the reason most folks is not wealthy and out of poverty, because in sleep deprivation, you make quick decisions.
Going right along. Melanin is connected with dreams because melanin, in actual fact, is sleep. fall asleep. Melanin is sleep. Sleep is melanin. You want to enhance more melanin? Get more sleep. Or you want to really enhance it, it's not the kind of sleep you get, it's not how much sleep you get, it's what kind of sleep you get. And the key here is like the Upanishad said, when a person go into deep sleep, he goes to his own. That's why you need to take you some valerian root. But if that don't work, they got something called the blue pill. We take the white man drugs anyway. They got something called a blue pill, Unison. And it does the trick. Key is not to take it every night because that would make you dependent on it. But whenever you want to jump into something or you want to be healed, sometimes you're just feeling bad. The melanin can heal you, but you have to go into a deep sleep. What you think happens when a person gets shot up and they go and they say he needs his rest? Nigga wake up, he be healed, but he be like, hell, you been out for 3 damn weeks, nigga. That's because it is the melanin, which is the sleep, that heals it, but you got to go into the deep sleep. So sometimes the healing is the deep sleep. Because what happens is your soul and your spirit combined can heal itself, providing it gets enough sleep that it can actually take the microscopic organisms and synthesize them to heal, and they can go to work. But you have to go deeper into a deeper sleep. So the key here is Korea stops the melanin. Because you can't never get no damn sleep. That's it. You got to go to work. You know what I'm saying? But it's hard now, because the ancients used to get up at 4 o'clock. Your grandmama and them used to get up at 4 o'clock. But it's hard now because you got bright lights, you got TV, you got them old crazy ass children, them childrens. Everything, worrying over money bills, unwanted Negroes stopping by your house. It ain't asset, they liability. High maintenance niggas. High maintenance niggas stopping by. That is long been stopping by to borrow a cup of damn sugar. You see, that would be simple. You see, if it ain't no money because you ain't got no money, but they damn sure will hell out you. You see. So sleep is melanin. That's why in the movie Matrix, Larry Fishburne, the black man, was called what? Morpheus. Morpheus is the god of sleep. And through him all things happen. Because Neo was in the Matrix, the day world, an awakened world, which is the illusion. It is only when he went into the sleep, because he met up with Morpheus, and Morpheus showed him something out of the Matrix. That's the only time you leave the Matrix is when you go to sleep. And then you have dreams, which is what you have outside of the Matrix. Sometimes it explains the Matrix, but sometimes it's some stuff that you're not even aware of. Hell, you might get it back 2-3 years later. So damn, I had a dream about this thing here. But it is Morpheus who is the god of dreams. The Christ, Shiva, is called the Lord of Dreams. You go all over Asia, you'll see, in India, you'll see the sleeping Buddha. The sleeping Buddha. The word sleeping beauty comes from that whole aspect. You see, you'll see the sleeping Buddha. But Shiva is the god of sleep. And I explained the other night that Shiva is the prototype of the god Horus or Heru. No, Shiva is the Indian prototype of Heru and of the Egyptian Heru. And Egyptian Heru is the prototype of Jesus Christ. You see, but even there you sleep in your tomb. Osiris sleeps in his tomb, sleeps in the underworld. Dracula sleeps in the coffin, which is the sarcophagus. He waits at night God of dreams. He is the God of sexual pleasure. Because night sex is always better than day sex.